Hi everybody. How everybody doing today out there in my YouTube audience today? This is Talk for Kids. Tell my story, mommy. This is Elisha. I'm your host today. I'm a CCA, the Community Care Advocate that talks for kids. Tell my story, mommy. I'm here again today to talk to you, to talk to you, to talk to you today. I dedicate this life lesson to a beautiful little princess, a beautiful little girl that have survived, all her childhood wounds and all her childhood pain. Her name is Black Beauty. Black Beauty is her name. And today she told me, I said, today, what do you want me to talk about, Black Beauty? So I heard her say, I want you to talk about sex. I said, sex? What about sex? So I want you to talk about child molestation and being raped. So that's what we're going to discuss today. We're going to discuss childhood molestation and rape. Rape. Okay? Because Black Beauty, she was molested and she was raped. So that's what she want me to talk about to you today. About how what it done to her life, what it did to her life. Okay? She was molested by so many different people in her life. Her family members, her uncles, her cousins, her grandma, her auntie, strangers, all kind of people. Black Beauty was molested by. Okay? Not only Black Beauty, there's so many children and young people in the world today that have been raped and molested by family members. And now that you are grown, now that you are grown, now that you are grown, we want to talk about the effects of that childhood molestation and that rape that you went through as a child. How have it affected your life today? How have it affected your life today? In childhood molestation and rape, it destroys you. It destroys you. It destroys you. Me as a counselor, me as a therapist, me as a mentor and an advocate, I have encountered so many different people that have been raped, that have been raped, that have been molested. So many people, grown men, young men, old men, little girls, little boys, so many people I have talked to and encountered. And all those people that I have counseled and I have mentored, every last one of them, their lives was destroyed. They had no identity. They didn't know who they was. They knew their name, yeah, but they didn't have no sense of identity. They didn't have no sense of identity, meaning that they really didn't know their self. They really didn't know nothing about their self. They really was disconnected from their self because this is what molestation and rape do to you. It destroys you as a child, and you grow up, and you grow up, and you grow up, and you still be destroyed as an adult because the pain never ever goes away. It never ever goes away. It don't matter how old you get. You could be 60 years old, 70, 80, 100. You still have that wound, still have that pain, you still have nightmares, you still have, different scenarios that happen in your life to bring back that trauma, to bring back that memory that you was molested, raped. Okay? So it doesn't matter how old you are. The thing is that you have to deal with your inner child. You have to deal with your inner child. That's the only way you're going to ever get free. That's the only way you're going to heal from that childhood trauma is that your inner child have to heal. And once your inner child heals, which is your subconscious mind, your subconscious mind stores all the memories of your life. All the memories of your life, your subconscious mind restore them. Some people bury it so far, and they can't remember, and they don't want to remember because it's so painful what happened to them. But what I am saying to you today is this, that the only way you're going to ever get free from that is that you heal your inner child. Okay? So, what is the effects of the person being molested? What is the effect? What do that do to your life? How do that make you feel as a little girl? How did it make you feel as a little girl? How did it make Black Beauty feel? It made Black Beauty feel like she was not even alive. It made Black Beauty feel like there was no one in this world that cared anything about her. Because everywhere she went, people raped her and molested her and they hurted her. There was no that it made her feel so miserable, so depressed, so angry, so frustrated. It made her feel so ugly. And she's a beautiful little girl. That's why her name is Black Beauty. Because she was so very beautiful. She was beautiful then and she's beautiful now. And that's why her name was Black Beauty. That's what everybody used to call her. Black Beauty. Okay? But once she encountered that when she was like, I think it started when she was like 3, 4 years old. Yes, 3, 4 years old. Once she began to encounter all of that molestation and rape, okay? Once she encountered that, it changed her personality. It changed who she was. That's what it did. It destroyed her as a child. It destroyed that 3-year-old little girl, Black Beauty. It destroyed this 3-year-old little girl, that 3-year-old little boy, that 5-year-old little girl, that 5 years, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, whatever. It destroys your life. Okay? And most of the time, I would say 80% of the time is someone in your family. It's someone in your family that's raping you and molesting you. It's your mom or your daddy or your granddad or your stepdad or your cousin or your auntie or your uncle. Usually it's someone in your family that's molesting you. And that's even more harsh and more worse on the child to deal with. That is the fact is that it is a family member, like a grandma or mom or auntie. It makes it more harder and more complicated for the child to deal with that. Someone that she thought was going to protect her, someone that she thought loved her or him, someone that they thought that was going to provide and support and be there for them and love and support and care about them actually hurted them, actually did things to hurt them, whether it was your mama, auntie, grandma, whoever, cousin, whoever. They actually did things to them. So you grow up. Some of the effects of that is you grow up not trusting people, not trusting people. And this is a lot of this going on today. People have issues with trust, with trusting individuals and trusting people. Most of the time, it's the fact that they've been molested. It's so many people been molested, raped, and pretending and pretending and pretending or don't want to discuss it or don't want nobody to know or don't want to talk about what happened to them as a child. It's going to destroy you. It's already destroying you right now. It's already destroyed a generation of people right now as I speak. Children, grown people, old people, middle-aged people. It's already destroyed as I speak right now. You have victims, you have victims, and you have predators. You actually have people that molest Black Beauty and other little children, little girls and boys, and they still doing it today. They might have molested somebody 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. Now they 60, 70 years old and they still molesting children. And they still raping children. Right now, today. Right now, today. Because somebody raped them, somebody molested them. So that's how it goes. It's like a repeated pattern that goes on. That goes on. That goes on. Okay? Some people end up being homosexuals and lesbians because they've been molested and raped. They grow up liking little girls and little boys and, being homosexuals and lesbians because grandma raped them and auntie raped them and all of that, or grandfather raped. Yes, this is what's going on. This is what's going on in the earth. It's a lot of child molestation going on. Sex trafficking. A lot of sex trafficking going on. It's the same thing. They just put a modern name on it. Instead of calling it rape and molestation, they call it sex trafficking. It's the exact same thing. It's children. It's little children, or it could be grown people. It doesn't matter. Whoever the predator wants, whoever they want to encounter, to have their sick fantasies was fulfilled. It could be little children, little grown people. It's sex trafficking. That's a modern day name for it. And it is very, 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 very highly, highly in the earth today. And don't nobody want to talk about the little 16-year-old girl that's a prostitute on the corner trying to make some money. Why is that 16-year-old girl out there on the corner trying to make some money, open her legs up to grown men? Why? Because she been molested. She been raped. That's exactly what happened to her. That's why she out there at 12 years old, 13, 16, 20, 30, 40, walking up down the street selling their body. Why? because they some form of sexual disturbance growing up as little girls and little boys. You even have male prostitutes, transvestites, want to be men, want to be women, go through surgery and all that. All of that comes from molestation and rape. All of that. You don't know who you are. I don't know. I just want to be a girl, but I'm a boy. I just want to be a girl. Yeah, because you was raped. You was raped. You want to be a girl, and you're a boy because you was raped by someone, molested by someone, and it's just really, 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 really ridiculous to how many people in this world today that childhood molestation and rape is actually destroying them. You can't have no good relationship. You cannot have no good relationship because you're gonna go through all those the inner child. See, you try to get in a relationship with someone, the inner child gonna go off. They gonna go off. That's why a lot of women don't even want a man to touch them. A lot of women don't even want a man to touch them because they've been raped or they've been molested by someone when they was a little girl. So you can't have a good relationship. You can't be in a relationship. You feel just miserable. Black Beauty was just miserable. She was just so miserable. She was just so very miserable. I mean, just miserable. Just so rejected and just felt so abandoned. Just felt like, you know, nobody understood her and what she had went through. And Black Beauty held it in so long in her life. She didn't tell no one. For many, many years, she kept it a secret. For many, many years, she kept it a secret because she don't want nobody to know that she was molested by her auntie and her grandmama. She kept it a secret. And the more you keep it a secret, the more it destroys you. The more you try to hide it, the more your inner child is going to blow up, blow up, blow up. Because your inner child wants to be free. A little girl that was raped and a little boy was raped and molested, they want to be free. They want you to deal with what happened to them. They don't want to be in a relationship with no one, but yet you keep trying to be in a relationship. They're not going to let you have no peace in a relationship with no one because they don't have no peace. And I'm talking about they, the inner child. They don't have no peace. So they're not going to let you have any. They're not. They fearful. They don't want to be around nobody because they're afraid to be around people. Because when they tried to be around people, when Black Beauty tried to be around people, tried to be normal, people hurted her. They hurt her. They raped her. They molested her. They invaded her. So I'm here today just to speak for my little princess because I love her. I love her because she is so very strong. She is both so very, she said, Mommy, talk about sex today. Talk about sex. Talk about rape and molestation. Because that's what I struggle with, Mommy. That's what I struggle with, mommy. Everywhere I went, mommy, they hurt me. Everywhere I went, every household just about, mommy, that I went in when I was a little girl, they molested me and they raped me. So talk about that today, mom. Talk about the misery and the pain that I felt as a little girl going through that trauma, not understanding why my grandma want to rape me. That's what black people not understand. Why my grandma want to rape me? Why do my grandma, my own grandma, want to have sex with me? Why do my own auntie want to have sex with me? Mommy, help me to understand this. What was wrong with them people? What was wrong with them people in my family, my uncles, and what was wrong? What is it? What is it? What's wrong with them? Black Beauty, you know what was wrong with them? They are sick ols in the mind. They are perverts. They are perverted people. No, Black Beauty. We don't have to, you don't have to protect them no more. You don't have to be quiet no more. Like you when you was a little girl, you couldn't tell nobody. You couldn't say nobody because you felt so ashamed. You felt so ashamed, and you walk around as an older person, as an adult. You have like this shame feeling on you, like this shame feeling, like this feeling of shame, this feeling of how can I put it? It's like a shame feeling. It's like a feeling where you feel like you're not good enough. It's a feeling like you feel like low, you have low self-esteem, and you don't have no confidence, and you just be in a low state of mind. And that's what's wrong with a lot of people in this world because of the molestation and the rape. They have a low state of mind. They have a low state of mind. That's what it is. Your daddy raped you when you was 5 years old. You haven't told anyone about it. Do like Black Beauty did. Get up enough nerve to tell someone, to free yourself, to free your inner child. Why carry the pain any longer? Why carry the pain any longer? Why carry the confusion in your mind any longer? Why carry the fear and loneliness any longer? You can't be around nobody. You don't feel good. You don't feel comfortable. You can pretend, and that's what people do. They pretend like they okay, like nothing is wrong with them. But it's a lot wrong with it's a lot wrong. When somebody rape you and molest you, when they do that to you when you are a child, that tears your life up and up. And I mean, when the rape and the molestation is constantly going on, it's constantly going on, constantly, constantly. Every time you come in the presence of these certain people in your family, they rape you and molest you constantly, constantly. And you grow up feeling like I can't trust nobody. I can't trust no man. I can't trust no woman. You grow up with a lot of emotional disturbance that comes from that. So I just wanted to come on real quick today for Black Beauty, my little princess, my little princess. Everybody been abused some kind of way, but today we just dealing with molestation. 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 It destroys you. It make you feel so nasty. It make you feel so nasty. You don't have no identity. It's like you don't know who you are. It's like you just in the world. You just here, but you so disconnected. You so messed up mentally and emotionally in your mind and in your heart. You so messed up. You so messed up. You so destroyed. Molestation destroy you, man. It destroys you. It destroys you. All abuse destroys you. But molestation to me is the number one abuse to me that really, really tear your life inside out. Because you end up being a lesbian, you end up being a gay, a homosexual. Don't know if you're a girl or a boy or a boy or a girl. Walking around putting on lipstick at 7 and 9, 10 years old, going in your mama closet, taking her panties and putting them on, and high heels, little boy, because his uncle raped him. His uncle raped him, or his cousin raped him, or his granddaddy, or the man down the street or around the corner raped him. And the women, you hard. That's why you got a lot of masculine women today. That's why you have a lot of masculine women today. A lot of masculine women. Masculine energy. They don't know how to be feminine. They don't know how to be sweet and loving and kind and soft and gentle. Why? They've been molested. They've been raped. They've been abused. That's what it is. They so masculine. They act like men. Women act like men. They act like men because they was molested. They like lesbians. Undercover lesbians. That's what they are. Undercover lesbians. Bisexuals they call. Masculines. Want to wear men boots. Want to wear men t-shirts and men blue jeans and men bitty hats and just look like a man, dress like a man. I am a man because I like women. I don't want to say the word because this is Talk for Kids show. You know what I'm saying? I want some vagina. I don't want no penis. I want a vagina. Masculine energy because they've been molested and raped by their auntie now, cousin now, whoever, somebody in the family rocked them up when they was little girls. So they got this masculine energy, and they gotta have sleep with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Sleep with a woman because they don't know their identity. Lose your identity because you get raped and molested so much by women. that you start thinking that you are, this is normal. This is a normal behavior that I'm feeling. It's like a feeling that you get too. It's like a feeling when you've been raped so much by women and you are a woman. It's like a feeling that you have. It's like an energy that you have to have sex with another woman. Matter of fact, you desire having sex with another woman. You desire. It's like when you look at a woman, you like them. You looking at their body, you looking at their shape, you looking at their booty, you looking at all of that. And you having imaginations and stuff, flashbacks and all kinds of stuff in your mind. So you know you're a lesbian. You decide that I don't want no more men. I'm just gonna deal with women. And then you got bisexual women that have masculine energy. Men trying to figure out today why women have so much masculine energy. It's because their childhood they've been raped and molested. They've been raped and molested. I tell you, 80% of them have been raped and molested. 80%. Black, white, pink, Chinese, it don't matter what color they is. 80% have been molested or raped by the same sex. By the same sex that they are. Then you got these women, they try to act like they feminine with their little mini skirts on. You know what I'm saying? They put their weaves in and they put their eyebrows and eyelashes and stuff on and all of that, their stilettos or whatever. They look like they are feminine whores on the outside. They look like feminine whores on the outside. That's what they look like, feminine whores. But they're not feminine. They masculine. They masculine. They just got on feminine attire. But they really bisexuals. They bisexual. They not full-blown lesbians. They like men and women. Because they got raped and molested by a lot of men, and they got raped and molested by a lot of women. So they like men and women. Okay? Don't let that mini dress fool you and them long weaves and stuff that they got on. And that's why they saying today that the women look like trainees. They look like transvestites with all that makeup and stuff on that they wear. They are transvestites because they are women with men energy. They're masculine. They're masculine. And they desire, they'll jump in the bed with a woman so quick. They will jump in the bed with a woman so very quick. I know what I'm talking. I know what I am talking about. I'm the CCA, remember? I've been out there. I've been out there. I know. I know. Don't matter if they got on a mini skirt up to their butts. They are bisexuals. Some of them cheat on their husband with women. You got a lot of bisexual men that's been raped by men. They like women and men. Down low men, they calling them today. These people been molested so very bad and raped. And they done took all that into their adult life. And it's destroying them. And they are destroyed. They are destroyed. You can throw them in prison. You can throw them in jail. You can put them in an institution. None of that's going to help them. None of that's going to help them. What's going to help these people is freeing their inner child. That's the only way That's the only way. When you begin to connect to yourself, when you begin to connect to yourself, which is your inner child, that's your real personality, is your inner child. That's you. When you begin to connect to yourself, your inner child, you free yourself. You free yourself. You no longer desire that woman that's walking down the street past your house, and you're a woman, but you're a married woman, but you still want to have sex with her because you was raped and molested by a woman. This is real. This is real. And it's going on every single day. Every single day. So these bisexual women, yes, black, yes, this is what you want me to talk about. Sex today. These bisexual women, you got a lot of them bisexual. 80% of the women in the world are bisexual. And you got about maybe 10%. I say this. I say 70% of the women in the world are bisexuals, and you got about maybe 15% of them are lesbians, straight up lesbians. They don't want nothing but a woman. And you got about 10% of them that's straight, that don't do that at all. Don't even go that way at all. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a destroyed people. This is a destroyed generation. Mentally, physically destroyed. So don't let that stuff fool you. They want to, dressing up. They so masculine. A woman don't supposed to be masculine. She don't supposed to have masculine energy. When a woman have masculine energy, it means something happened to her when she was a child. And most likely, she was molested by a man or a woman. She don't supposed to have masculine. So I'm getting ready to leave. I'm getting ready to leave. I'm getting ready. And they try to fix themselves up, put on all the makeup and the weaves and all that stuff. But deep down in their soul, deep down in their mind, their heart, they know that they are destroyed. They trying to fix up a broken vessel. They don't know who they are. That's why they wear all that green thing and all that stuff. They don't know who they are. They have no idea who they are. They just looking in the mirror and say, I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I look. You know why they say that? Because they don't like the way they look because of what happened when they was little girls and little men the same way. You got a lot of men, like I say, they bisexual. You catch them men talking about I don't want no more. What man would say that they don't want a woman? Something wrong with that man. What woman would say that they don't want a man? Something is wrong with that woman. That's not normal. That's not a normal mindset that you don't want a man and you don't want a woman. No, I just want God. Well, God didn't put you in the world to just want Him. God put you in the world so you can have a relationship with a man and a woman and bring forth family in it. But because you are so destroyed, as a person. You've been sexually traumatized. That's the word black man on me right now. Mommy, say this word. They have been, or we have been sexually traumatized. And when you sexually traumatized, you are a very, very, very destroyed person. You're very destroyed. Don't let these women fool you. Don't let these men fool you. They smiling and all of that with their fitty hats on and their skinny jeans and their Gucci belts and their Louis Vuitton belts and their Jordans and all. They got all of that on. But really, to be honest, they ain't nothing but homos, straight up gays, or bisexual. That's what that. You only got about 15% of men in this world that are straight. I say 15 to 20% of men in this world that are straight, that never have had sex with a man. It's not that many. Same with women. 15 to 20% is low. So I come today to let you know that I know and Black Beauty know. We know because we have been there. We have been there. There's no reason for you to continue to hide what happened to you. There's no reason for you to be ashamed of what happened to you. It was not your fault that they raped you and molested you. You didn't do anything to cause them to do that. Don't blame yourself. You blame them, the ones who did it. There's no reason to hide behind a shadow any longer. Come out the shadow. Come out the closet. Set the inner child free. Confess it. Talk to the inner child. Tell your inner child, yes, I know what happened. I remember what happened to you. I remember what uncle did to you and grandma and auntie and them did. I remember what they did to you. I remember and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that that happened to you. Please, please let me help you now. Let me help you. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about what we went through as a child, what you went through. Let's talk about the pain and the trauma and the heartache and the hardship that you carried for so many years, for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Let's talk about it. I want you to be free. I want you to be free. I want to be free. I want to be free myself. And the only way I'm going to get free is when I free you. When I free you. That's why you afraid. You got fear. All kind of being molested, rape, brings along all kind of emotional baggage. Bring a lot of different emotional changes in. So I just wanted to come on and talk about that. That was our life skill lesson today. Don't hide behind the shadow. Don't hide behind what happened to you in your life. Because whatever happened to you in your life, that's who you are today. That's exactly who you are today. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Emotionally, That's who you are today. Exactly. That's who you are. You cannot hide it. It doesn't matter how much makeup and wigs you put on, none of that. It does not matter whatever you do. That's who you are today. And until you heal your inner child, you will never, ever, 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 ever be happy. And I'll talk to you later. Subscribe and like the video and share it. Black Beauty, my little princess. I dedicate this to her, a survivor of molestation.